only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1 percentile? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records, and Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
America has the strongest economy in the world. More people working and starting businesses. More young people graduating from high school and college than ever before.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Over the weekend, when I heard him say this,
America has the strongest economy in the world.
it's not. We went through this last week when he said that. Germany is way ahead of us. France, Great Britain, Spain, 95 other countries are doing better than we're doing. What's he talking about? We just had the Atlanta Fed, when we broke before this holiday, on Friday, I think it was, or Thursday, they see the second quarter, our GDP, is going to be negative. They're going to come in at somewhere between, let's say, 1.6, 2.1 negative. Now, remember, first quarter, we came in negative 1.6. The second quarter, we're going to come in negative. And they're saying that. They're saying the second quarter is running negative. And while they said last week the second quarter is running negative, they're coming out and saying it's a strong economy.
You know, the U.S. economy for now is strong.
How can they say that? It's just a bold-faced lie, yelling.
It's natural now that we expect a transition to steady and stable growth.
How can you go from steady to stable growth when we went from first quarter minus 1.6% GDP, second quarter minus 1%, getting worse? Also, over the weekend, I was looking at numbers. Didn't realize how bad manufacturing is. Horrible. And productivity, that's the one I look at, productivity, because if we don't get productivity, we don't start producing goods and cutting demand, then this is going to be the worst crash we ever had. Matter of fact, this morning when the market was down 700 points, I said to my members, I said, don't even look at the 700. We're going to rally. I said, these gangsters are going to rally this market into earnings. I said, I don't even want to worry about I said, I'm not even paying attention to 700 points. They're going to give it back. I said, this is not going to work. They're going to rally this going into earnings. They always do it. Rally it into earnings. Rig the market into earnings. Get it going up there. Get everybody excited. And I also showed them on breadth, which means how many of the S&P 500 stocks are above their support. It's very, very important. If you don't know anything about investing or trading, the most important thing you have to look at for a rally, these rallies that you love, when they tell you buy in the dip, you're going to get a rally, that's all BS. To get a nice, solid rally, you need to have sustainable, at least 70% of the stocks, out of the 500 stocks in the S&P, have to be above its moving average. There's a line on a chart. Every chart has it. It's a line on the chart, 50-day and 200-day. When you're above those lines, you want at least 70% of the 500 stocks above those lines, and you'll do well. We're down. We're only right now. We have about 25%, not 75%. But however, I pointed out to them early this morning. I said, go back and look at where the breadth was in when we had the crash of January 2020 to February 2020. The breadth is exactly right before it rallied. Where it is today is exactly where it was in 2020. In other words, the breadth today is where it was just before the February 2020 rally of 124%. If you look at the 50-day and the 25-day moving average, they're exactly today where they were in February 2020. And back then, what made the rally work is that we had the terrible earnings, but we had the yields dropping. Yields came down. Interest rates came down. They printed and printed and printed, bought all kinds of treasuries to drop yields down. And when they brought those yields down, boom, they took right off. Now, remember, our yields are different. They took it back then from 200, rigged the yield down to 85. Our yield was, I think, a high last week or the week before that, 3.8, 3.9. Today we're like 2.8, something like that. So we're down, but not down to 85 basis points. So they're going to try to run this market up to 4,000 on the SPX or 400 in SPY. That's their going into earnings starting on Monday. Is it next Monday? I think earnings start Monday, the 11th, whatever date that is. And so that's what they're going to try. They're going to try to rig it. Now, what's going to happen is the earnings are going to be very, very bad. And the forward earnings are going to be very bad. And so I think they're going to drop quite a bit, and that's going to tell us we're going to go from, they're going to try to rally this up to 4,000 on the S&P, or 400 SPY, 4,000 SPX. And then what's going to happen, it's going to hit it, and it's going to drop. And I think we can go all the way back down to about 2,800, even 2,200. So don't get caught in all the garbage and the lies that, boy, buying a dip, this is it, the crash is over, on our way. No. Just like this morning when it was down, this morning was down at 700 points. I said, don't even look at it. It's going to go back up. Look, it's now only down 233. And look at the NASDAQ was down big time today. Now it's positive 144. So they're already getting it lined up to rig the market to move it up to give you what they call a head fake. All right, anyways. Boy, you're talking about rotten to the core, these people. No moral sense about the truth. They lie. I mean, this is just terrible to tell everybody how great the economy is. I mean, that's terrible. Can you imagine they wake up in the morning and they look in the camera, and when you have productivity down so badly, and productivity is important because what kills you in inflation is that when you're not producing enough, like when they cut down, this was so stupid. When they shut down the economy, did anybody have a brain in their head? When they shut down the economy, and nobody's working, producing. So let's say shoes. The store has a bunch of shoes. And so now people have a lot of money. The government's sending them all kinds of money if they did that time. Remember, child care, everything else they're sending. They have all kinds of money. They're spending it. But when the shoes on the shelf were sold, they couldn't replace them because there's nobody working in the shoe store, in the shoe shop to make shoes. Not everybody makes shoes in the United States anymore, but you got to have somebody producing those shoes. You sell a pair of shoes, you got to produce another pair, put it back on the shelf. If you don't do that, the price is going to go up. Because all of a sudden you're going to go from 1,000 pair of shoes down to 100 pair of shoes, down to 50 pair of shoes, 2 pair of shoes. Before you know it, the shoes went from $39 to $3,900 each. You've got to get productivity. But he doesn't care. Biden doesn't care. No, he doesn't care. I was thinking about over the weekend, too. I was going down the timeline on Biden and his son. It really stinks. It really stinks. If you think about what's going on, I mean, this guy, they're in bed with China and they're in bed with Russia. There's no question about it. And that's what's also going to take this market down big. I'm begging you. This market is going to go down big. So please learn how to short. But think about what they did. If you go back and you think, in Reagan, he had his act together. And you go back to December 25th, 1991. Reagan destroyed the Soviet Union. How did he do that? He got them into a space race, okay, if you would call it. Everybody had to get to the moon. He knew if he could just keep outspending them, the wall would come down. Communism would come down. The 15 states that made up the Soviet Union would all break apart because we'd outspend them, right? But what's this president doing? Trying to enrich them. Tell you when I get back what I mean.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me raise my rates here at Phil's Gang. But we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Warning: Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days. Look, there's a lot of things I want to talk today, but the priority has to be the market, because people just don't realize what's going to happen. They have no clue. They just think, oh, it's like all the other markets, they'll just come back again. No. I'm telling you, no, okay? It's not. This is a terrible setup, this market. I mean, understand what and forget Biden. I mean, he's just a dope. Everybody knows that, okay? But the position he put us in, just think about for a moment. His priority, and every president knows, inflation is their priority because it's the biggest threat to capitalism, to our system of government. Inflation is a terrible thing. And being oil independent is so important. Those two things. You got to keep a hold on that inflation. You got to keep that inflation down. It's a huge threat to capitalism, number one. Number two is you got to be oil independent. It took us 50 years to get there, but finally Trump got us there. I know everybody hates Trump, right? I get that. I understand that. But nobody gives him credit. But he got us to be an oil independent. Why oil independent is so good? Because once you're oil independent, okay, that oil is essential. Oil is essential to our national defense. Our national defense and our personal security. So you got two things. You got to make sure you're always beating back inflation by producing. Create jobs. How do you do that? You cut regulations. You make sure the small startup businesses are your one priority. Make sure they have access to reasonable funded money, number one. And then when you give them the money, make sure they don't have some idiot in their city at the sign commission beating them up for 2 months to put a sign up, okay? You got to it's the small business guy that makes this country. And that's the one thing you should be working on. Get rid of regulations and make money available. Okay, that's the first thing. That's a strong economy right there. And then you got to keep producing. See, they're the ones that create jobs and produce. So when you produce, you tamp down demand. Demand doesn't go up, it goes down. And by shutting down all of these states was stupid. South Dakota, where I lived for years and years, smart. They kept their state open, and they did terrific. They did terrific during the pandemic. Come to find out, closing your state was stupid, right? And they did terrific. So, and what Biden did, he turns around. Not only does he close the state down, what happens when you close your state down, you bring people home. Tell them, all go home now, right? They all go home. They're not producing. So, and look what he did. Look at the money he gave them. I mean, all the different programs were crazy, right? We know them, all the different American Rescue Plan, the child tax credit, the budget plan, the American Family, all this money going to people's pocket. And then it went to saved and they started spending like crazy, but there was nobody to reproduce the goods. So inflation kept going up and up and up. But here's the real problem. Now they say we can't get people back to work. We can't get people back to work. People don't want to work. No, here's what happened. 22 million people were told go home, don't work, don't produce. And that's how we got in this jam with inflation. We couldn't produce enough goods to keep demand down. But these jobs, the 22 million people, they're what they call at their job occupation. They're called job occupation, okay? They're titled at their job occupation. That's how they're titled, these jobs. In other words, if you're in healthcare or social assistance area or hotel and leisure, food, bartenders, cook, all that, transportation, driving a truck, anything that you have to actually be there physically to do it, it's at their job occupation. Well, there was an awoke to this job application, to this job, okay, that people, occupation. They didn't want it. They finally got flexibility. The first time in their lives, they had flexibility. They could stay home. They had flexibility. They didn't want to go back to work. And now you got millions of people still out of work trying to change their lifestyle. That's why we can't, because he gave them all this money. He spoiled them. Okay, so they didn't have to work. Now they're saying, I can't go back to work. I want to be flexible. You got like 40 million applications out there every day, people trying to find a job that can be flexible. And nobody's going anywhere. They're not getting a job. But that's what happened. That's why you keep hearing, we can't find anybody to work. We can't find anybody to work. So these at your job occupations earn between $27,000 and $45,000. Okay, a year. That's what they get paid. Now, that's outside of management. We're just talking about the worker, not management. Even with 4% and 12% bumps in pay, okay, didn't matter. It didn't even play catch-up. So they didn't even come close to outmatching real inflation of 16%. There's our problem right there, that 16%. How do we get there? Because we have stupid people in Washington who said, shut the economy down. Let's stop producing. Now, that's why it's going to be a real tough deal here. They're going to rally this market, and you can't take these people. Right now, these people aren't coming back to work. They're not coming back to work. They don't want those jobs anymore. Okay? I mean, I went to the car wash store. They didn't even have anybody working down there. I know the people own the place. They said, we can't get anybody. Everybody wants to work from home. Everybody wants to work from home. So we've gone so far now. We've gone so far the other way, the outside of production. And then look at the numbers. You have two numbers. You have what they call the Dallas Fed manufacturing. Remember, there's 11. If you take the Federal Reserve, they break it down in the country, 11 different zones. The two most important zones are Dallas and Richmond zone. So the Dallas zone, they keep checking on their manufacturing. That's gotten really ugly, really ugly. In May, it was minus 7.3. In June, it's minus 17. Wow, that is bad. Then they came out with the Richmond Fed. In May, it was just minus 9 production. Now it's minus 19. Now, people don't even know what I'm talking about. They have no idea how bad this is. Productivity dropped from 18% to 2.3%. So what do? I'll talk about it when I get back. How do you handle this market?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I've signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. It's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang. But we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Look, join my gang, especially for the next 10 days here, because it's going to be wild. They started setting up a rally to go into the earnings season. It's going to be a fake rally. This morning, when the market was down 700 points, exactly what I said to my gang members. Listen to this. I think they're going to try to rally this market as quickly as they can going into the to 400 or 4,000 SPX going into earnings next week. That's when we were down 700 points this morning. I said, forget the 700. It's not going to hold. I know exactly what they're doing. How do I know that? Because when I go and I look, and we have exactly on my charts, it's telling me where I set up my buys. It's exactly where we were after the crash of 2000 and January 2020 to February 2020. At the end of that February, we're exactly how the number of stocks that we have above the moving average is only 25%. And that's where they started a rally from. And that's where we are now. Exactly the same spot that we were in February 2020 after the market went down 31%. We're down about 30% now. So it's almost a mirror of it. And I said to him when we were down 700 this morning, I said, do not chase these, do not run these down. The market's going to rally, okay? Now, once they rally this market, and look at this. Last week, they start setting it up where Powell turns around and he says this.
You know, the U.S. economy for now is strong.
And his own, think about this. He's in charge of the Federal Reserve. There's 11 divisions. His one division in Atlanta said we are in a terrible economy. Okay, the economy is terrible. They came out and said so bad that the first quarter was minus 1.6%, minus, no growth. And the second quarter, 2 quarters back to back means you're in a recession, minus another 1%. He knows this, but he's going to lie to us instead. So he's going to lie to us. So he lies to us, right?
You know, the U.S. economy for now is strong.
When he knows that his Atlanta Fed knows the numbers I just gave you. He also knows, and Yellen knows,
It's natural now that we expect a transition to steady and stable growth.
Now, she knows the same numbers, the first and second quarter. She also knows they stay right on the Dallas Fed, and they watch the Dallas Fed manufacturing, they watch the Richmond Fed manufacturing, and they watch productivity. And productivity is so bad. We were at 18.8%. We dropped in June to 2.3%. So bad, terrible. So that's why, again, you don't purchase stocks listening to fake business news networks. Listen how they set everything up. They're trying to get a rally going. Listen.
The economy is being driven by very different forces, and we know that. What we don't know is whether we'll be going back to something that looks more like, or a little bit like, what we had before.
What's he talking about? What he's saying is, I got to drop interest rates to zero because I got a call from the president, and he's really upset because he's such a dope, and he knows he's going to. The second round is going to be terrible for the socialists, and they're going to get really hammered. So we got to move interest rates down to zero. I'm getting killed. I look like a dope. I'm sitting out there. I'm the president. I get the worst numbers of any president. You got to drop interest rates to zero. You got to bail me out of the second term here. You got to bail me out, okay? So that's what he's saying. So he's setting that up. Now listen to this. So then Biden comes out right after that, and believe what he's saying here. If you hate Trump, I know you hate Trump, but you try to be a little objective. Everything Trump said came true. Now listen to what he says.
Before I took office, there were a lot of folks out there making some pretty bold predictions about how things would turn out. You might remember some of the predictions.
They're coming for your guns, they're coming for your jobs, and they're coming for your freedom. They hate American energy, and Joe Biden will shut it all down. He's going to.
That if I became president,
Biden's elected, he will wipe out your energy industry.
Another prediction, that is my favorite one, I must add, is that if I got elected,
gas prices going $5, $6, $7 for a gallon.
I mean, I can go on and on. Everything Trump said was true. Now, last week, I don't know if we have that racked up, but last week he's talking to a crowd, and he's telling the crowd, boy, Trump screwed things up. When I came in, I had a mess to take over. Do I have that one racked up? He said, boy, what a mess I had to take over. Boy, it was awful what he did to this country.
Trump did not leave a very good situation.
And people started to laugh. Listen.
Trump did not leave a very good situation. You think I'm kidding?
See, he got defensive. So what's going on is nothing but lying going. They can carry themselves through a lie. So what do you do to make money here? In a situation like this, you got to stop listening to fundamentals. Okay? Stop listening to fundamentals. We don't care what the sales are. We don't care what the profits are. That's all gone now. Nobody cares. This is just nothing now where companies are shuffling money back and forth and are going to do anything to get to earnings, okay? So I'm begging you, in the next 10 days, even if you don't stay with me, at least understand during the next 10 days, and it's free, how the market works. Just like this morning, market's down 700 points. I stopped my gang from shorting. I said, stop shorting. Don't. I said, I'm telling you, forget the 7. Don't even look at the 700 points down. Doesn't mean anything. They're going to rally. Now, what's going to happen is this. They're going to create a rally, and then it's going to come, after it rallies, it's going to stop, and then it's going to come down. And we're going to make a new low, and that's going to be it. It's over. And this thing is just going to go into a downward spiral. I hope I'm wrong. Because it doesn't matter to us if I'm right or wrong, because if I'm wrong, they're going to rig the market, go up, we'll make money. Because we follow the money. We don't follow the BS. Talking about the BS. Over the weekend, I was going over this timeline. And do you remember, first of all, when you look at Biden's monetary policy, it's killing us. It's killing our country. It's killing our kids. It's killing the whole deal. His priority, think about it. How could a sane man, his priority is the environment, not inflation. Two things every president knows. He's got to protect the country. First of all, you've got to kill inflation as fast as it comes. You got to kill it. You got to beef up productivity, kill demand. And then the other thing is, what's very, very important is you've got to make sure you're energy independent. So fight inflation, and make sure you're energy independent. He decided not to do either. He decided, never mind fighting inflation, my priority is going to be the environment. That's how stupid this man is. But is he stupid? No. He's not stupid. He's doing this on purpose. And I'll tell you why in a moment. And then he decides, let's destroy fossil fuels and let's destroy the energy sector. Everybody go get a car. Go get an electric car. How stupid could you be? Is it stupidity? No. He's making a bundle of money from the Chinese and the Russians. That's all you could answer. Listen, I'm not nut. Hear me out. If we go back to December 25th, 1991, Reagan destroyed the Soviet Union. How did he destroy it? He knew you got to choke them off with money, make them go broke. What's Biden doing? Biden's doing everything to make sure that Putin is making $55 billion a year alone in the oil Nord Stream 1 pipeline. He's selling oil to India another, $40 billion a year, $80 million a month. Reagan knew you got to cut these guys off. To break that wall down, you got to cut them off. They can't have access to money. So he brought them into a race. He lured them into a race, and they couldn't afford it. And as you know, the wall came down, right? So now the Soviet Union consisted of 15 nations back then, right? Lufthansa, I can't pronounce Estonia, Poland, Romania, a whole bunch of them, 15 of them, and the Soviets had them all bunched together. Now, in 1991. Okay, the Ukrainians never had an opportunity to join NATO. When Reagan broke, and this all comes back to the market and what's going to happen. I'll get back there. Reagan knew, okay, that you had to break these guys apart. And then they all came under NATO for protection. But what happened to Ukraine? And how do you tie Ukraine back to the Bidens? And how does that affect our stock market? I'll tell you when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Look, for the next 10 days, we're going to go into earnings. And as I said this morning to my members, we were down. I just got an email. I want to thank the person who sent me the email, Charles. He says to me, he says, Phil, you are a freaking genius. No, I'm just 76 years old. That's the difference. Been around this game too long. You called the market this morning when it was down 759 points. You do not get the credit that you deserve. I'm telling you that there are so many unintentional suckers. Well, there are. And what gets me is they keep telling you, buying a dip, buying a dip, buying a dip. And in all this stuff we heard last week, things are great, things are wonderful. When everything's in front of you, showing you it's not. And they are scared to death, and we're going to have the biggest crash in history. I'm just begging you to please, even if you don't stay with me after 10 days, I don't think anybody does a better job than us here at Phil's Gang. One thing you're going to understand is the market. When you're done in 10 days, if anything, you're going to understand how the market works, just like this morning, okay? You're going to understand how it works. That's how I knew. I knew the market. I 76, been in this market for, 52, 56 years. I understand the market. That's what makes the difference. I'm no genius. After all those years, you better figure out something. And so... And I can see the handwriting on the wall. And so many people now, they always listen to the CNBC and all them, hoping they're right, and you're going to get hurt. 80% of our time is put on, is trying to get you to understand the market. That's right. Where is the money going? That's what you want to know. You don't want to know what the earnings are. You don't need to know earnings. You don't need to know the margin. You don't need to know, free cash flow. You don't need all that crap. And the next 10 days, next few days, I should say, when they start rallying this market, going towards the earnings season to try to do everything they can to cheat. They're going to try to and I tell you what they're going to do. They're going to move the tech stocks up. I gave my members this morning a couple tech stocks. I said they're going to jump into Google. They're going to start moving Google up. Take a look at Google on your chart if you have it in front of you. Look what happened. I was dead on that. And I said they're going to go after Microsoft. Okay. And I said they're going to go after Google, Microsoft. And I said they're going to go after Apple. They're all going to start running. They're going to start buying a dip. And everybody's going to run towards these tech stocks. So what you want to do is you want to get in these and then sell them. Okay, these are swing trades. You sell them, okay, into their rally, and then you turn around and make money on the way back down. Anybody can do that. You can do it. Anybody can do it. It's easy. It's not hard, okay? And for 10 days, you haven't got to pay us a penny. Just protect yourself. People have no idea what's going on. I want to finish up with what's so important, what he's doing to this country, and it goes right back to the stock market. When Reagan, he understood you got to break these guys. You got to break these bad guys, okay? Russia got them into a space chase. They went broke. Wall came down, right? Next, what happens? Okay, he knows that those 15 nations, now they're split apart. Now this is back in the 90s now, around 91. They put the NATO together So everybody was part of the Soviet Union. They came together and they're protected. But remember, in 1991, the Ukrainians never had an opportunity to join NATO. Okay, and what I'm getting at right now is why the market's going to really crash. So Ukrainians never had an opportunity to join NATO because Putin, in 1991, he moved swiftly to install a puppet Ukraine regime, right? His KGB buddy, Grabshaw, he put him in to be president of Ukraine to make sure Ukraine would not become part of NATO. Because here's the problem. You can't blame Putin. Here you have all of these countries now split apart. He's alone, and they all get together and start pointing their missiles at Russia. And there you got Ukraine, the biggest mass land. I mean, it's huge land, and bordering Russia. And he knew, God, if I don't take control of Ukraine, they're going to be setting up missiles, and they can shoot those missiles in 2 minutes, be right at me. They're at my front door. I got to protect myself. So he did. So he goes and takes over Ukraine. And then what happens? So that's in 1991. Now, George Bush is in office, 1991, 1993. He did nothing. He was warned. George Bush Sr. warned what this guy's going to do. He's dangerous. He's going to use his gas and his energy as a missile. He's going to as a weapon. So what he did, they predicted what he was going to do. Very smart, that he was going to bypass all the NATO nations. He was going to build a pipeline from Russia, go down the Baltic Sea, put the goddamn pipe in the ocean, bring it right to Germany. Germany will take all the gas he can give them, and then he's going to control all of Europe with gas. Now, think how smart he was. Now, remember, Europe's his enemy now, all right? And so he's going to make sure that they become so dependent that they're going to be consuming 40% of Russian gas, right? So now they have no choice. They're dependent on Putin's got them. Putin's got them by the throat now, right? So he's sitting there, and they're consuming all of this, but at the same time, he's making $55 billion a year in revenue from selling his enemies gas, okay, that he's running down from Germany through the pipeline, through the Baltic Sea, bypassing all his enemies, and he's getting $55 billion to build back his army. When Reagan was done, he had no army left, right? He's getting $55 billion a year, starts building back his army so he could go and do World War III again, right? Because he's a nut. He wants to get all these 15 states back together. So what happens is, 1991, 1993, June, G.W. Bush Sr., he doesn't do anything. Bill Clinton doesn't do anything. He's all tied up with his impeachment and all that. And then 2001, 2009, G.W. Bush Jr., he's an idiot, okay? And here he's warned they're going to start constructing this Nord Stream 1 pipeline to begin right any moment. And so he didn't do anything, right? And so then he blew everything up, the housing market and everything. So then it wasn't until Obama. Now remember, we're talking about 2000. This started all 1991. This would have never happened if we had a smart person sitting there. So this started in 1991. Now, by 2017, who's president? Obama, Biden administration. They're in office, right? Now think of what they did. 2009, 2007, they're in office. On November 2011, just 2 years after Obama and Biden administration are in the White House, Nord Stream pipeline is completed. They didn't do a thing. They could have stopped it. They let them complete it. Now, remember, 2013, all of a sudden, Vice President Biden and his son Hunter fly to China in 2000. You got to get these dates. This is 2013. Now, remember, November 2011, this thing is over with Ukraine. 2013, they run to China. All of a sudden, they come back. They pick up $1.5 billion. They give them $1.5 billion. They do a partnership with a Chinese army, right? Hunter and his old man. Now what happens is June 7, 2014. Now remember, this was right before the new regime change. Remember, the old man, Vice President Biden, he picks up $1.5 million, him and his son, from China in early 2013. Now here we are, June 7th, 2014, okay? Now he installs the new puppet, which is the U.S. puppet, right, to be in charge of Ukraine. Now remember what this is all about. China and Russia are pals and they're allies. They want to keep that energy. They want that energy that they get out of Ukraine, including the coal. So they were, and then right before the final turnover, where the United States would be putting in the president of Ukraine, they have another meeting in Russia with the mayor of Moscow, the wife of the former mayor, and she's tied to the biggest oil company in Russia. I can't remember the name of it, Rosneft. So they pick up another $3.5 million. Here's the deal. What they did, Biden and his son cut a deal with Russia and China because they want, Russia and China, remember, they want that oil and they want that coal. And they had to have somebody on the board of directors of Burisma to control the oil. And that's how he got on that board. I'm telling you, the old man was paid and the son was paid to look out for their interests in Ukraine. To look out for their interests in the oil, because that oil was valuable to both China and Russia. And so Biden and his son picked up this money, and he's sitting on the board, and they're taking care of these gangsters. That's exactly what this thing is all about. I mean, it's horrible. Could put us in a terrible position, and it's going to, in the stock market, you watch what happens. But these two guys, that's what it's all about. And that's why we're sitting here today. And oil, you think oil's coming down, it's going to keep going down? Hey, listen, do me a favor. 10 days, free. Listen to what I have to say for 10 days. Not costing you a penny. Join, free. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600.